Welcome everybody back to the No Cap News Recap. Uh, I'm JT and I'm joined with LA. How are you doing, LA?
Yes, LA is here. I'm good, JT. How are you? Thanks for asking.
I'm good. So I'm gonna need everybody out there to share the video out, like it, subscribe to the channel, put the notifications on so you know when we're going live. With all of that housekeeping out of the way, without any further ado, let's get into the first story of the week.
All right. Congratulations to the Uber driver that made our hit list. Let's play this first video.
Gosh, please slow down, please.
Whatever.
Oh my gosh, please just slow down, please. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, please slow down.
You know, made me get off my phone call.
You can make me sick, man. Please, I'm serious.
We'll roll down the window. If you're gonna get sick, you're gonna have to roll because don't mess up my car.
I'm sorry, please. I'm trying.
You need to get your own car.
It took my license.
Oh yeah, I bet they did. The way you act, they need to take your everything.
Oh my gosh, please. Oh my.
They take everything you got. Come on, license. They should have took everything.
You got a bump coming up here. Please slow down for the bump. Please slow down for the bump. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Please
I'm
slow down
getting
for the
the hell
bump.
on. And get you where you gotta go. We have like 7 more minutes. Cause I feel uncomfortable, like you about to spaz out on me or something.
Oh my gosh.
Sitting
Please. Oh my
behind
gosh.
me,
Another bump. Oh my
nut in the
gosh.
car.
Don't turn
I'm
left.
about
That's
to
where the
report you
kids
to
are.
Uber.
Don't turn left, please. The kids are down there.
Crazy stuff.
So there's so much going on in this video right here. Like he keeps talking about these bumps. Does he have hemorrhoids? They said they took his license. The hell did they take his license for? She said they should have took everything from him. I'm like, they should have gave him some meds to replace that. He's talking about slow down. I'm feeling sick. She's like, roll down the window if you're gonna be sick, but then you're just gonna get the vomit on the side of the car. Like it'd be better to get out and throw up or something like that. But I don't know. He like on the sex registry or something? Why he can't go down the street with the kids? What? There's just so much.
It's sad PTSD. It doesn't matter what he's going through. She can't talk to him like that. She can't say they should have took everything from you. I need to get you the hell on. We got like 7 minutes. I got to get you out of my car. She said, I'm about to call Uber and report you or something like that. It doesn't matter what he has going on. He didn't touch her. So either, if she don't feel safe, she could pull over. But I think it might have been better for her not to respond to whatever he was saying. Because every time you said something, she said something else. Like I think it would have been in her best interest just to stay silent because she doesn't know if she would have, triggered him, caused him to have more of a panic. She's like, yeah, I feel uncomfortable. I feel like you about to spaz out on me. She was like, I got to get you the hell on. She's like, don't mess up my car. So I think that she was out of line. She don't even know what's going on. So if you feel like you're not safe, she could have pulled over. I'm curious to know what actually was going on if he really did have PTSD because she was filming it. So I guess she posted it afterwards at some point. I'm not really sure. I would not have posted that if I was an Uber driver. It's going to lower my ratings. She's like, I need to get you the hell on. You got 7 minutes left. She said they should have took more than his license. They should have took everything. So I don't know. So I'm just repeating what she said for those of you that don't get it. I'm confused and I got questions. But this is a no cap story. This really happened in an Uber. It doesn't sound staged at all. But he said, don't hit the bumps. Don't turn left or right. The kids are there. I don't know. We both got questions. Look at your face. We both got questions.
Yeah.
You got questions?
I gave you all my questions, like rapid fire. So I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know how he got in the car if he have so many issues with being a passenger. She said you need to get the hell on. So yeah. Thanks to these Uber drivers out here that's just as paranoid as anybody else. So speaking of cars, we're on with the next video. Let's see how this one plays out.
What you trying to get back? You're gonna pay your bills, bro. Oh. Well, why don't they pay? Why they told you this? They got petty? You gotta move again, they're petty. That's crazy. You have a good one, sweetheart.
Speak on it.
Whose fault was that? Questions. Whose fault do you think it was?
I guess it was the driver, isn't it? Doesn't the pedestrian always have the right of way?
I think it was the tow driver, the guy who's towing. He saw the guy coming and run to get to his car. He sees the guy get inside the car. He see the guy turn the car on. He tried to beat the guy to hooking up the chains, and he literally laid underneath the car. Why would you lay underneath the car? Why? Why would you lay underneath the car?
For the same reason that you see people all the time jump in front of a car, you know, when somebody's in it to try to stop the person from leaving or going somewhere. Like they want to get in front of the car, like they won't get ran over.
I mean, I like that they got arrested, but he has a bad scar on his face. I really thought his face got like pushed in because of the way that the guy backed up onto his face. So I don't know how maybe he didn't roll on top of his face. Maybe the wheel hit him on the side of the face. I thought he ran over his head. That's what it looked like to me.
But when he said my hand, so I knew that right then that, you know, he was holding his hand.
He said head.
He said head? I thought he said hand. My hand.
No, he said you ran over my head.
Oh.
He said you ran over my head, and then he showed us the scar. But I thought it looked like the tire rolled over his head, but it might have just ran past his face because it hit him in like the cheekbone area. I have high cheekbones. If that was me, I'd be scarred for life. if you just do that to my cheekbones, they get an abrasion. So I can imagine. I don't know what made him lay underneath the car. I don't understand. But don't try this at home, kids, all right? Do not try that at home. If your car's been repossessed, just let it be. Right now, that video looks newer, right? They have trackers on the cars. They're going to find it. So you go on, unless he has something in the car, but if they do a repossession, they're supposed to let you get your items out of the car. So maybe that guy panicked, but they both got arrested. So, and if the chick, she didn't even try to like see if the guy was okay. She was just redirecting the driver to get out of there. So that's unfortunate.
I'm like, they probably just went they'll probably get more time for But leaving the scene of the accident than probably the assault, because that's debatable.
I mean, it looked like an accident, but why would he lay underneath the car to hook the car up? Like if they get
no,
away,
it sounds like an insurance scam. It sounds like an insurance scam. Like he thought he was gonna play like he was hurt, but he actually got hurt.
Oh, well, maybe we can ask him a question then. It looked like a scam to you? Oh, that was a foolish scam.
You're talking about why did he run to get under the car wheel right as they're starting the motor up. I don't know. He thought that he thought he could play chicken with the tire and
well, he got a life. That scar is going to be there for a while, so maybe he'll remember his ways and make some changes in his life. Mistakes make us great. So
because I'm like he think he's like, all right, I'm gonna get me an ambulance chasing lawyer to get me a check, right? And then I'm gonna go out on workers' comp and get that money. So
no. It didn't happen like that, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry. You almost died, sir. You almost died. And the chick was like, back it up. Like she was giving him directions on which way to go. She didn't care that he was landing. I think she stepped over him. I think she stepped over his legs to move to the side of the car. But anyway, that's a no cap news story for you. Unbelievable. Next up.
Yeah.
Drinks. Let's talk about drinks.
An angel shot is a discrete code phrase or drink order used at bars and restaurants to signal staff that a patron feels unsafe or uncomfortable and needs assistance, allowing them to discreetly ask for help without escalating the situation. The purpose. The angel shot is intended to provide a way for patrons to quietly alert staff that they need help without putting themselves in further potential danger. Patrons can order an angel shot as a specific drink order, and trained staff will recognize it as a signal for help. Some variations of the angel shot exist with different requests for the help depending on how it's ordered, and I'm going to go over those in a second. Basically, here's a breakdown of the common angel shot codes. All right, y'all ready for this? Angel shot neat or straight up indicates the patron needs an escort to their car. So I'm guessing if there's someone dangerous around there, because it can't be because they're too drunk. Like, why would you, So if they feel threatened by someone around, you order it neat or straight up so that you're safe getting to your car. Angel shot on ice or with ice means the patron needs a taxi or a ride-sharing service called for them.
Okay.
An angel shot with lime or with a twist signifies the patron is in immediate danger and needs the police called.
I hope they teach this in bartender school.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like, with a twist.
Right.
I need it with a twist. And they're just like, all right, I don't know if I have any limes. With a twist.
What's going on with her shirt? That's what I was.
Say it again.
What's up with her shirt, man? Oh my gosh. She's brave. She's very brave. She's brave. The shirt she's wearing, she's brave. I could never. Oh my gosh. She's brave. I could say it because usually if a woman says it's no big deal. If you had said it, you seem like a pervert. But her shirt, the cleavage, her breasts are like supersized, and she's so bold. But on with the story. On with the story. Like, I could never wear a top like that.
I'm like, and that's why I follow her Instagram.
If she go to the bartender, she can ask for whatever she wants. She'll get it. Whatever she wants at the bartender. They will literally make a drink for her called Angel Shot and forget about the fact that she's trying to get a signal to them. Oh my God, she's so bold, man. Oh, I could never. Ooh, I could never wear a shirt like that. Not with that much. breast. She's so bold. But she tells a great story, right? That's why you follow Instagram?
Yeah. For all of her.
The bartender would get this anyway. On with the story.
Yeah, let's try to get back on track. You know,
Angel shot
Persephone on Instagram, but so do you have to pay for this shot? Like, will you see that on your bill on the way out? Or right? If you're on a date and you order this, right, and they escort you out, is that a way for you to get out of paying the bill? Because you're like, I'm in immediate danger. I have to leave. I don't have time to pay for the bill.
No, they're not gonna make the shot. They're not gonna make it. You just say it, and they're gonna take action.
Okay, you say that, and then they take action, right? But then you've eaten food and drunk other drinks or whatever you're out on this date. You feel uncomfortable. Now, who gets left with the bill after you've been escorted to your vehicle?
Well, if it's an emergency, I think that the bar would be the one to eat the tab. I think they would eat the tab because it's an emergency. You are saying, I'm in your establishment. I am in danger. Who's liable? That bar could be liable. Something happens in the bar, they could be liable.
Well, I see.
You got questions.
And this is like the 1900s where, you know, this can only work on a girl doing this to a guy. Like, everybody could do that now. Like, you could be out with girl, guy, whoever, and hey, angel shot. Neat. Escort me out, and haha, the bill's on you.
No, I think that. So if I can put myself in that position, I think that if I'm the bartender and I hear you say to me, angel shot with a twist or neat, I'm going to take action, but you can't leave until we get this settled out. One, I'm going to make sure the police are on site, take care of all of this. Take care of you, the bill, the person you with, everything's getting squashed right then and there. That's
it's an emergency. Like,
okay, I'm getting you to safety. I'm separating you from the person. But let's close out this bill.
How are you? This is one of those things where I'm like, how are you going to separate the person? Like, that's the part that I want to hear is how do you get the person away from you? Let them know you need help. All right, cool. They go in the back. They call 911. But for like the other two, like, you're going to get a ride share for them, right? You don't have their home address or like where they're going. Don't you need that information to set up a ride share?
You let the police come. The escort is the police, not the bartender.
So what is the angel shot on ice? That's the one for calling the cops. All the other ones don't involve the cops.
That involves you getting to safety. And I would be calling the police saying, listen, we have a patron here. They gave me the signal. They ordered a shot. The code is, I need somebody here. That's it. Let the police handle it.
So it don't matter how they order the angel shot. You gonna give it to them with ice.
Is ice the 911 call or no?
Yeah.
Listen, once they say angel, it's up from there. How about that? It's up once they say angel shot, period. Once they say angel shot, 911 is on speed dial.
You can't do that because I'm saying, what if what you don't know is that this guy is a cop and you calling his buddies?
Not my problem. The person you're with, male or female, ordered an angel shot, whether it was with the lime, neat, twisted, ice, salt, whatever it is. 911 is getting called. The establishment, listen, anytime anybody orders angel anything, we call in the police. That's it. That's it. Because that way you're taking action. The establishment is taking action. So if something else happened, you know how it is. Later on, they may come back and say, I went to the bartender. I ordered a apple. I ordered an angel shot with ice and I still got hurt. No. Shorty ordered an angel shot with ice and we called 911.
No, but if you come back and you say I got hurt and it's because you gave them the wrong drink order.
No, if you say
angel, if they specifically say angel shot neat, no ice. No ice.
So angel shot neat with no ice is which call for help?
I need to be escorted to my car.
Okay. Why do you need to be escorted to your car? Because someone in the establishment has the potential to cause harm to you. I'm going to have the police on the scene. Police is going to come. The police are going to escort you to your car. And you're going to give them details about who the person is. And if that person is still inside the bar or the lounge or wherever it is, they'll be escorted out by the police as well. I don't need that person staying there trying to do the same thing to somebody else. So you still need the police to come on the scene.
After I've been escorted to my vehicle.
You'll be escorted by the police because I need the police to come and encounter this person, get a copy of their photo ID, whatever it is. So anything angel in my establishment, 911 is on deck. I don't care about anybody else. If you say angel spritzer, oh well, 911 is being called. I have to protect my interests. I mean, it's a good thing, but anything's angel, I don't have time to determine if it's a 911 call or an escort. If I escort you to your car and the person follows us, now we both get hurt outside? Nah, I can't do that. 911 is going to be called. Safe word was angel shot. I need somebody at my establishment. I don't care if it's twisted, on chill, neat, with a mixer. I don't care what it is. You get me?
All right.
You look like you got
next story.
You look like you got questions. All right, here we go. What's the next one here?
If you go to McDonald's,
y'all still eating
anywhere
McDonald's
in the world,
fries?
you will find French fries, or chips, as you call them, and you will find that they're always made from the same potato, the russet Burbank potato. This is a potato from America that's unusually long and difficult to grow, but that's what they want, because when you're McDonald's, you like those red boxes with a little bouquet of very long chips. It looks really good. And so they insist that all their potatoes be russet Burbanks, and they further insist that they have no blemishes at all, net necrosis. And you've seen potatoes with a little brown line sometimes, or spots that come through it. Well, McDonald's won't buy them if your potatoes have that. And the only way to eliminate that is to eliminate an aphid, and the only way to do that is with a pesticide called Monitor that is so toxic that the farmers who grow these potatoes in Idaho won't venture outside into their fields for 5 days after they spray. When they harvest their potatoes, they have to put them in these atmosphere-controlled sheds the size of a football stadium because they're not edible for 6 weeks. They have to off-gas all the chemicals.
So those hot and fresh fries from McDonald's. Next time you're going to have some.
I love McDonald's French fries. I really do. I mean,
is it worth it?
I think it's worth it. Because he said they leave them to off gas. So the remnants of this stuff go someplace. You know how some things are toxic, depending on like how you use it, I guess. I mean, it's a pesticide. The potatoes have a skin layer. Is the potato protected by the skin layer and the pesticide? I mean, I don't know. I love McDonald's French fries. I'm ignorant as hell for that. Just like with the talked about it on another episode with the Girl Scout cookies and the high levels of metals in that, which they say comes from the soil which they're grown in. I don't know. Are metals good or bad? I don't know. But I love McDonald's French fries. I don't eat them often though. I don't eat fast food a lot, but they only use that French fry in all of McDonald's.
Yeah.
I mean, how bad is that pesticide? Like, if you ingest it, does it cause cancer, diarrhea?
I'm like, it's bad enough that they don't want to come outside for 5 days after they spray it. Like, I think that's all that needs to be said.
But they still have to harvest it to get them inside that room. How did they harvest them?
Probably in those hazmat suits.
Wow, McDonald's. I'm so disappointed. I got questions. A little brown spot in a French fry never hurt nobody. It never hurt nobody.
See, I'd be wondering why McDonald's French fries have gone up so much. And that's why. Because they won't give you a little blemish. You don't give me a little blemish.
A large fry is about the size of is about the price of a kid's meal. Yep.
Yeah.
A large fry. Wow, man. That's so disappointing. I don't know what else to say about it. Do you eat McDonald's French fries?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not something that I do often, but I do.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna stop?
I probably will consciously stop, and then when I forget that this story exists, I'll probably end up eating it again. So I don't know.
There you go. There you go. I like the motivation. I like that. Yeah. We'll forget this story and go right back to McDonald's and get some fries. You're right. I agree with you. Poor McDonald's, man. They got it. They need to respond to this. Let's find a response to this for the next time. They really need to respond to this because their fries are the best fries. They're number one. I want to say Wendy's is number 2. And White Castle will be number 3. That's how I rate it. All right, next story. Let's see what we got.
That was so crazy. You should play it again.
Wait, what? I got a question.
So the passenger spit on the driver, and then driver got up and said, "I'm gonna kill you."
He said, no cap, I'm gonna kill you. He spit on him. That is so nasty. That's so disrespectful. I heard it. He said, "I'm gonna kill you." Yeah. And they look so different in size. Like their dimensions are really, really complete opposites. Who do you think won?
The driver.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. I ain't got no questions for that. I agree with you. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, shout out to public servants that have to deal with a whole lot. Here's another video. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, speaking of that, here goes another public servant.
Married with fucking kids. Yo, you do not tell me that he fucking knows me. No, I'm not with it. No, I'm not with it. He does not know me, and I told you that in front of him. I said that to you. Ask him my fucking name. No, you should not have let him go. You should not have let him go. You should not have let him go. You should not have let him the fuck go.
Okay, so this train conductor was assaulted, and when the police grabbed him up, he said, "I know her. We cool," and they let him go.
That's crazy. I'm glad she videoed.
Like, I was like, since when can you assault somebody and he's like, know them though?
I'm glad she recorded the video. I'm glad she got video because that's a lawsuit. Just like that. How do you let him go? He said, I know her. Like, what kind of investigation were they doing? And the officer was so calm. I guess she must have pumped the brakes on that train. I know everybody got off that train. That train car was empty. She said, nah, F that. I'm not playing. Yo, I'm not, That is so wild. What kind of assault was it? Do we know?
I think she just got hit upside the head or something.
That's crazy. She minded her business, working the train doors. And the officers just let him go. I'm glad she has it recorded. And she got all the officers there. Looked like maybe 4 of them. They should have had somebody in handcuffs and further investigated it. You don't just let the person go because he said I know her. Even if you know me, you don't get to assault me, my guy. You don't get to assault me because you know me. What, you gonna hit me upside the head and be like, yo, we cool, L?
No, it's the Diddy defense. It's, we into some freaky stuff.
Right, it's consensual. Consensual. Speaking of Diddy, and we didn't run the story. We got to get it. The young lady with the Epstein case, she completed the act of suicide this week.
She self-deleted, the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, man. We got to cover that one next time. But you know what? That's another story of when something happens to you, who do you go to? Who's the first line of defense? The first people that come in contact with you that are going to hear your story, it would be the police officer. They're the very first people that you talk to. And to think that they are the ones that can influence a decision on how you get your justice. But we'll RIP to Virginia. We'll cover her story next time. All right, we got some more train station action. Oh man, this is wild.
Maybe like that. I'm gonna see if I can plug it in.
Can you just help me real quick? I'm just asking as a man, you just help me.
I didn't choose to tell you to have that baby.
No, but why do women have to help? Why
Listen, I didn't tell you to have that baby.
That way, with your whole man, you can't help me.
No, you need to take the help. She helped you out. Talk about it. That's not my baby. Helping you out.
Now, I know that that's Brownsville, Rockaway Avenue on the 3 train. So I understand.
What? I have questions. What do you understand?
Like, you've seen the video starts off, a police officer is walking down the stairs, right? You could have asked him to help you. You could do it on your own. Then you see me coming down, and then you want me to help? I mean, my kid, like, if something happened and the stroller falls back, anything happens, it's my fault because you volunteered me to do this. No, this is your kid. You handle all of that. I don't want the risk and all of that. Nah.
You think
the other woman is helping her. All right. She helping you. Leave me alone.
So you feel like, oh, excuse me, I'm tired. Now, people who don't like police officers don't want to talk to them about anything. They don't want to ask for help at all if they don't like police officers. So we saw that. We saw the police officers going down. She didn't ask. She looked at a regular civilian somebody who she probably thought she was familiar with and asked him, "Hey, could you help me?" He said it. He said, I didn't tell you to have the baby. Like, okay, why was he so defensive? Why couldn't he help?
I just told you. Why? I don't want the risk of you saying something happened to the baby with me. No, I don't need to put myself in that equation, that situation. I'm not compromising myself in such a way. Like that's you had the kid, that's your responsibility. I'm like,
if it was an elderly lady with a shopping cart with that same ideal that you just presented to our listeners and viewers, would that apply the same way? If it was an elderly lady with a shopping cart, you don't want the liability. Her old ass might fall backwards down the stairs. Is that the same thing?
No, because I'm like, the old lady's not in the shopping cart. I could take the shopping cart and just bring it up.
But what if she flips over the shopping cart for some reason? That you don't see that as a liability?
No, I'm saying I'm gonna take the shopping cart from her and take it upstairs or whatever. Like, me and this old lady don't never have to touch or anything. So whatever happens to her on her own volition.
Okay. But the fact that you have to touch the carriage with a baby in it, you don't want that responsibility. You're not going to open yourself up to any kind of liability issues.
No.
Is that what do you think
it's not worth it. Who knows if her dude comes down the street and is like, "What you doing bringing my kid upstairs or whatever?" Like, you with him now or whatever. I don't want to be in the middle of none of that. I like save myself from any of that drama.
So the woman helping her, but he said, "I didn't tell you to have the baby." I guess that was his best answer. He didn't say, "Well, I don't want to be liable."
It's like, yeah, that's yours. You had the child, right? You trying to get the kid up the stairs or whatever. Like, that's something you should have thought out. Like I might have a busy appointment. I might be rushing off to somewhere, and you want me to take the time to help you with your parental duties? Like, I'm like, and it's just because you're a female. If it was a dude with a stroller, I don't think
a dude wouldn't expect another dude to help him carry.
Yeah, so why is a female expecting just some random dude to be helping her?
Well, there's a double standard when it comes to masculinity and femininity. Like, we like to switch roles when it's convenient. You know how it is. It's like that. And we gotta, maybe come together on all of these issues. Maybe over time we'll have a more balanced, feeling around, look, I want a man to help me with a stroller, but I don't want him to do this and that. It'll smoothen out over time. Don't worry, we're getting there. There's a lot of pressure for men. I get what you're saying. Men are expected to change the tire. All of
it's
that
all good. It's all good
right?
if they were together and we're a couple, right? And help me with my kid or something like that if she's a single mother or something. But I don't know you. Like, how are you just entrusting your kid to just some random guy? If the guy said, "All right, I'll help you," and just threw the baby over the railing. Oh, I asked him for help and I gave him control and possession of the stroller, right? And then that's what he did. No.
So for safety reasons, would you tell your wife, "Listen, if you're getting on a train, I don't want no man helping you with the stroller"? Would you tell your wife that? "I don't want a man helping you with your stroller in case he do something to our baby"? Would you tell your wife that?
I would think I wouldn't have to tell her that.
No, you might have to tell her that if she thinks differently from you, and that's something that exists in your lives, and she has to, for whatever reason, take the kid on the train. First thing I'm going to say to you is this: I don't believe that babies and strollers should be on trains. That's just my strongest opinion about it. I believe that if there's a couple and they can plan on having children, they can do their best and plan on having a car so that children are not on buses, they're not on trains, they're not out in the winter cold weather. That's an outside train station. Like all of those elements that expose kids and strollers, I believe that shouldn't be the case when you have kids with strollers. I think that there's a way to avoid that. So that's my biggest vision about a woman shouldn't need help with a stroller because her and her kids should be comfortable in a car, whether it's early morning, late night, not standing at a bus stop in the winter or anything like that. Or the rain, whatever the season is. I just feel like strollers are a huge liability for babies. So that's my take. So I would avoid that situation altogether. But would you tell your wife, like, hey, listen, don't have nobody helping you with the stroller when you got to take it upstairs. Figure it out. I don't want nobody touching my kid's carriage. Or carriage, stroller, whatever it is, baby carriage, car seat, whatever it is. Are you going to tell her that? If you know your wife is weak,
I would say to her, if you see a police officer,
are you going to tell her like, yo, don't let nobody help you? Figure it out.
I'll say if you see a police officer, have a police officer help you. Like, because if they're gonna do something to the kid, they're throwing away their whole career or whatever. So I'm like, all right, that's different than just, you hear about all of the nut jobs that are on the train and whatnot.
Well, how about you meet your wife at the train station so when she get off, you can help her or get her a car. How about that?
Okay.
It avoids all of those things. But okay, I get your point. You don't want the liability. I get it. But there is pressure for men to have to hold. Do you hold doors open for women who are strangers?
I'll just hold doors open for, people. I'm not like I'll hold the door open, woman, man, shut the door. I'm like,
no, okay, let me rephrase that question. There's a woman coming behind you. Do you step to the side, open the door, and let her go before you?
I'm very impatient, so I don't know. Like I'd probably just, come in first and hold the door or whatever. Like, because like you hold the door open for some people sometimes, and then they feel as though, oh, I could just take all the time in the world to walk through the door. No, you see me holding this door open for you, hurry your ass up.
Or, but
or if it depends on, like, say for instance, we going into a courthouse, right? I definitely am not doing it then, right? Because I'm going to hold the door open for you, and then you get in front of me on the line to go to the metal detectors and stuff. No, I will hold the door open for you to come in, but I'm not going to let you skip me in line.
You know where I'm going with this traditional role play where men were expected to hold the door open for women, and they'll let like 3 women go before them. Or if they're on the elevator and everyone's getting off, they're trained and conditioned, right? To let all the women come off first before they get off. Even if they're late to their appointment, women go first. Ladies first.
Now, back in those days, those were women that were usually housewives. They may have worked part-time or something, or did domestic work or something like that. Now, women are making just as much, or if not more, in certain cases than guys or whatever. There's more female college graduates than men right now. So I'm like, I'm holding the door open for somebody in a better position than I am.
You don't know the position. You're just conditioned that women go first, ladies first. That's the saying. That's the phrase, ladies first. If we scrapping it off the table, I'm fine with it. Some men hold the door open for me. Some men don't. I let go of that phenomenon when I went to Sweden and I studied the culture there. Men don't hold the door open for women at all. They don't hold the door open for women at all. And that was my culture shock. That's what untrained me to that notion that because you're a woman, they're going to hold the door open for you. No, they're not. When I went to Sweden, I noticed it. Everywhere that we went, they did not hold the door open for women. Men went first. They don't even hold the door like knowing that you're behind them. They just let the door close. They just let it close. So that was
So don't I get credit for I'm holding the door open for you? I'm just not gonna stand behind said door for you to skip me.
Well, it's still the culture here that we are courteous and we consider it courteous to hold the door for the person coming behind us, or a person coming on and off the train. You may hold the door, or someone coming on and off an elevator. That's still considered courteous behavior here. In Sweden, it's not like that. So again, depending on where you are, but things are changing. You know, men wear hats inside buildings now. You know, no matter where they go to dinner and keep the hat on, they don't even take it off. Men wear hats and caps everywhere now. Used to be where only women and girls can wear it. Men wear it wherever, right? Things are changing. People do what they want.
I'm like, let me not even get into that. So yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on we're gonna get into the next story. I think we went down a rabbit hole. And speaking of rabbit holes, here go the next one.
What in the hell?
Did you hear the Caucasian in the back saying, "Give it a slice of pizza"?
That's crazy. They'll find your pizza. You don't have to give them anything. They'll find it. You don't have to give a rat nothing. They will find their way to eating. They have to feed the whole colony.
No, see, they should have just shut down they basically put the trains on skeleton schedule or what have you during the pandemic. They should have took that time and said, we're going to fumigate the whole train system of New York City and just all the dead rats, just fumigate it in the middle of the night or something. And then we wouldn't need a rat czar and all this other types of stuff.
There's too much litter in New York to kill all the rats because they will always find food. They'll always find food. There's food. People throw food everywhere.
Now, we have a problem with Rikers Island and all this type of stuff. If you wanted bail reform, hey, you've got a job now. 12 hours a day. You're getting rid of litter. You want to be outside? You got to be doing community service.
Yeah. I mean, it's a goal. We can get it done. It's just that there's so much food available for these rats. You know, giving them an option to eat poison versus something over here and over there. They go with the food. They're very smart. Their brain is like super. So I don't see that. And then during the pandemic, the city lost a lot of money because people were home and not taking a train. So I couldn't see them exploring getting some type of poison and spraying it everywhere to kill the rats and then not bringing in any revenue. It would have been a great idea, but I just don't see them trying it during that time. And there's so many holes everywhere. Like, you would have to create a whole mixture with the poison and coconut, shredded coconut and peanut butter. They eat that stuff really good. If you was to make a whole pan of that stuff and chop it up and throw it down, they'll find it and they'll eat it. It kills them really good. Peanut butter, coconut, shredded coconut, and poison. Mix it all together in balls. They eat it.
I'm like, why do train stations think that they're above the bodega? Why are there not train station cats?
Nah, we can't. That's too pissy. Oh no, that cat urine would. Oh my god, I couldn't take the train. And I drive a lot, but I do enjoy taking public transportation. Cats don't run. They don't run like rats. Rats get out of your way when they see you coming. The cats will just be there like everywhere. Can you imagine that? No, I couldn't do that. No, we don't need no cats on the platform. Nope, we don't. Nah, we good. We got another train story. Let's get this moving. We on it with these trains. Cats on a train platform. You bugging.
Yeah, that sounded like that was somewhere out of the country, but a train story nonetheless.
It was in New York. We could tell from the seats. It might have been in another country. I couldn't hear the language, but that's wild. That's crazy. Can you, like, how do you even function after seeing that on the train? Like, I think my day would just be like super annoyed. Like, I'm trying to get to my destination and this is all I see. But nothing would annoy me more than the next video. What you got to say about that video? Does he look like he's tweaking?
Yeah, I'm like, he looks like he's off his meds. And I think maybe there should be like a psychological exam to get a bus pass or a train or a metro card or something.
Yo, the trains is and it's sad that we need public transportation. Everybody can't afford a car. Let's check out this next story.
You gotta wake up! You gotta wake up! You gotta wake up! You can't be asleep all day long. Get up out that depression. Get up out that sadness. Get up out that mood. You gotta go chase your goals. You gotta go chase your dreams. You gotta wake up! That's true.
Okay, so psychotics can be motivational speakers too, as well.
I would have spazzed out. I don't know if the guy in the red hoodie was a part of the whole scenery, but I would have spazzed out if I was him.
Maybe that water is him doing train car baptisms.
Nah, that's him wanting to get effed up. That's what that is. He want to get effed up. Yep. Fun fact, I found another video of him doing that in Whole Foods. And he took 2 bottles of milk and did the same thing. He didn't throw it on anyone, but he poured it all over the floor and slid in it. I couldn't believe it. Then somebody behind him said, "That's the stupidest shit I've seen." But the man was blind walking with a cane. So I don't know if he was a part of the prop or not. But yeah, I saw another video of him spilling milk inside of Whole Foods and people were like moving away from him, wondering what he was doing. So this seems to be his theme. So maybe the guy in the hoodie was with him. But if he wasn't, he should have spazzed out. Like, I would have beat his behind. Like, I carry mace, so I'm good for it. You're not going to pour water on me and just let me walk away. We're not doing that. But yeah, that's a fun fact. He's done it in Whole Foods. Just saying. All righty, here's another one. This one would make me do something like, well, no, I think him splashing the water would be a problem for me. In this next video, I don't think I would be as bothered.
You got the sneakers on? What the fuck is those sneakers? They're just materialized. That's how I fuck with it. Yo, let them be ashy. Niggas, you go in and out to work. Yo, excuse me, what's that?
Oh, no.
Almost done. I'm scared. Bitch, you never close me out, bitch. What's too fat? Try again, bitch. Try again, bitch. Hot up, man.
Nah, that's straight up. We gotta take you to the hospital for an evaluation.
For what? Who's she harming?
It's just unsanitary to be doing that in public. You know, just you is just the stuff she's saying is like she's like, try again, bitch. I'm too big for you to close the door on me. Like you can tell she's off her rocker.
But who is she harming?
Do we have to wait for her to harm someone?
Yep, that's the law. Yep. In New York, we talking about New York. That was a New York subway train. Who is she harming? I'll wait for your answer. I'll wait.
She could have been harming herself. Because, you know, what if that door could have closed on her and, you know.
It didn't. That's an assumption. She's not harming anyone. That's why you see people on these trains. They're not harming anyone.
No,
they're annoying.
She caused a lawsuit because what if somebody slips and falls on that urine? The train system is liable or whatever. So they could be like, hey, we gotta lock you up because you causing
if it didn't happen, there would be no lawsuit that exists. That's an assumption. Mental hygiene laws are very
that's like saying, hey, you shouldn't speed because you might kill somebody. You shouldn't drink and drive because you might kill somebody. But I didn't, so you gotta let me go. No.
Mental hygiene laws are very specific in New York. Very specific. Because you take someone and lock them away.
And teach them how to use a bathroom.
Because she know how to use the bathroom. She used it. She knows how to release herself. What? She knows how to release herself.
I didn't see any wiping or anything like that. So, you know, she probably gonna have an infection or something.
She knew how to not do it on the train floor. She knew to do it on the platform. She said she made sense of it. She's like, maybe the platform making
like that doesn't make it any better. That's like saying, hey, my dog didn't shit on the carpet, but he shitted on the tile. Like
absolutely. The tile is easier to clean than a carpet. There's logic in everything.
But he shouldn't be doing it in the house. She shouldn't
be doing it in public. But she did it in a more logical space, which was on the platform and not on the train. She didn't want to get in nobody's way. It sounds sick. It looks disturbing. Annoying as hell to deal with day to day. She literally, after that, sat down, continued her route. And then when she gets off, someone else is going to sit in her place and no one's going to tell that person not to sit there. I've watched a whole homeless person completely distraught in physical appearance, stretched out. They get up. People come on the train. No one says anything, including myself. No one says nothing. That's why when I come home from trains, I shed on my clothing because I know it's contamination. I've watched it. A homeless person completely laid, stretched out. As soon as people get on the train, they sit right in the seat. People have to know these subways are very dirty. You got to clean your hands, you know, all that stuff. You look frozen in time. Do you agree or not agree? You look like you got questions.
I definitely agree that they're dirty. And I think that locking some of these people up in hospitals or insane asylums or whatever is a way of cleaning them up.
Insane asylum is no longer used. Stop reading them books, okay? Stop watching them old movies. They don't use that word anymore. All right. We got more stories.
Well,
this next story is crazy, insane. Let's hear it.
I woke up to my roommate pissing all over me and all over my bedding yesterday morning. I hope this is a very concise way of telling the story, but I'm so frantic right now and I don't have a place to go. So this is my cry for help. On Friday, I sent a message to my roommate. I have known this girl. I thought that she was fine. I thought that we were fine. I knew that we were not going to be roommates. I knew that we wouldn't be roommates for the next year, but I was honestly okay with that. So on Friday, April 11th, I texted my roommate saying that she needed to be more quiet in general on the phone. This is the text message that I sent to her on Friday at 7 p.m. In this message, I said, can you please be quiet? You know, quieter, you can read the message yourself. I didn't think this caused any problems. I texted her that. I got no response. So I'm thinking that she understands where I'm coming from and everything is fine. I was wrong. At 5:26 in the morning, I wake up. I took all of my bedding off of my bed, and even it was down to the mattress. The mattress was soaked in piss. My mattress topper was soaked in piss. Everything was. I took all of my bedding off one by one. I realized that my mattress was soaked, so I go to the bathroom. I start to realize how traumatizing this was, how bad this was in the moment, and I didn't know what. I was just trying to keep myself calm because I knew that I couldn't do anything too bad in this situation. So the first thing I did was I took a rag and I washed the piss off my own bed, and I put all of the fucking piss covered things in a corner in the room. So I washed it all down, and then I knew that I would have to leave eventually. So I put a sheet on my bed. I lay back down. I didn't know what else to do. So I lay back down, and then the moment I wake up in the morning, I start to get my shit together. I took all of my bedding off of my bed, and even it was down to the mattress. The mattress was soaked in piss. My mattress topper was soaked in piss. Everything was. I took then calls the police, and then another security campus officer talks to me. I explain the situation. I'm explaining how I don't feel safe going back there, and they are just like, okay, we understand, right? So then I talk to someone from Red Life, and I'm like, this is what's happening. I don't know what the fuck is going on. This happened to me. What are we gonna do? What are the next steps? And she's just like, oh, we can do nothing until Monday. This incident happened Saturday morning. So, yesterday night, I had no place to stay. I had to stay at a friend's dorm. Thank God that I was able to stay somewhere. But like, that should not be the exception. It should not be okay to pay so much for security and you're not secure. I come back to the dorm and I'm packing up all of my shit. Like, not all of my shit because I can't. So I'm packing up anything that I feel like is valuable to me, and I get out of there. I'm at the security desk of my dorm and I ask him, nothing until Monday. This incident happened Saturday morning. So, yesterday night, I had no place to stay. I had to stay at a friend's dorm.
So, yeah, I was thinking again. Yeah, so do you think she's credible? You think this is cap or no cap?
It sounds like it's no cap, but if you're doing all this talking on video, you didn't have the wits to like record the incident when it happened. If you got soaked bed linen in a mattress, where's the video for that? Nobody's gonna take you seriously. You sound, she sound crazy because she probably didn't have no video to show to anybody. Who's gonna believe that?
No, but she said,
I think
everything was pissy, right? She went and got a rag, and what are you doing with the rag to get piss out of sheets? Like, what is a rag gonna do?
Right. And if you sound like that going to the security office, then you got for your security fees, because if you didn't take the video to show the bed soaked linen, right? The bed soaked urine, and then the bed linen that was soaked, if you didn't get video of that, you didn't show that to the security, why would they believe you? It's your word against hers. You have a chance to record everything. Why didn't she record it? But you want to come outside when it's sunlight and start talking about it outside?
So I'm like,
5 in the morning.
For the bed to have been that wet, right? And she's standing over her, peeing on her. Like, how long was she peeing over her before she woke up? Like, when she woke up, was she just like frozen and just? I'm so in shock. I just continue to let it happen. Like,
she might be one of those people that have a really deep sleep that she didn't recognize anything until after the roommate was already done pissing. But
so how she know she wasn't the one who pissed on it? Like, see, now that could be a debate of they pissed on your bed, you pissed on your bed.
I mean, they could check the DNA. You think
NYU? Who's paying for DNA tested bed sheets?
The police. They can arrest her for harassment. The police can test it. And there's something
she's talking about this, and this is days after, because she's like, I had nowhere to stay, but I stayed somewhere though, right? So why didn't she make a police report? She's just like, I went to Res Life.
Because public safety at the colleges can make a complaint report and then log it into the system for NYPD. That's why. So you don't necessarily have to go to the precinct. You could go to the public safety office on campus and they'll log the complaint and it'll hit the system the same way.
But that's if they want it to go that far. You
know
what I mean? College campuses have been, notorious for wanting to keep their rate of reporting incidents to the police
low. Right.
Yeah. So
but
this might not be something that rises up to their threshold.
Yeah, because she didn't come there with any proof. I would look at her like she's crazy as well. If you telling me someone peed on you in the middle of the night. And why would the roommate take a chance standing over you and peeing? If anything, I would pee in a bucket and pour it on you. But why would I stand over you and pee? Who can even balance like that? I mean, I
thought the roommate got on top of the bed that she was in and just stood over her and pissed on her. Huh?
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like she's describing. But then that's a crime. That's a crime. That's a sex crime.
Yeah, she exposed herself to me.
That's a sex crime, but why didn't you video record this? What's going on? Where's the video?
Maybe her phone was on the other side of the room or something. I don't know.
Okay, so that urine didn't dry up that fast. Charge your phone. Let's bring the evidence. You going to public safety saying this happened with no proof. You showing a text message about you asking her to be courteous of her voice and all that, but you don't have no video.
But she said, I took a rag and I wiped off the sheets and I went back to sleep.
That's why we're gonna say she capping. I changed my vote to she's capping. This is no cap news recap. She don't belong here in the first place. You picked that video. I'm gonna change my vote. She's capping. I've had time to think about this. She's capping. She didn't belong in this category at all. She's capping. How you gonna take a rag and go back to sleep? But you had to take all the sheets off. Everything was soaked down to the mattress, and you go to the public safety office with no video, with no pictures. Of course, they're gonna look at you like you foolish. Yeah, she's capping, man. She's capping. She's capping.
Well, let's get into this next story about, waterworks as well, I guess you'd say.
Did you hear about the woman who's allergic to water and doctors say there is no cure? This is 25-year-old Kendall Bryce, and she has a rare condition that causes her skin to swell and break out in hives whenever it comes into contact with water. Kendall says she can only take a shower about twice a week, so she's always worried about whether or not she smells bad. And when she does take a shower, 30 minutes later, her skin starts to feel like it's on fire. She has a baby on the way and a 1-year-old child, but she says she's never been able to give her 1-year-old a bath because she can't touch the water. At first, she used to treat her hives with antihistamine medicine, but she said after a while that didn't work, and it seems like her body goes into shock every time she touches water. Kendall says she can drink water, she only has problems when it touches her skin. And that causes issues because her life is literally dictated by the weather. If it's raining or if it even looks like it's gonna rain, she can't leave the house. And even when it's humid, she can start to break out too. After years of going to the doctor, she was finally diagnosed in 2021 with aquagenic urticaria. Officials say there are less than 100 people across the entire world who's dealing with this problem. There's no cure, so this is just a condition she has to learn to live with. What would you do if you were allergic?
So the question at the end is, what would you do? And I'm like, gloves. Like I can't wash the kid. You can't put on gloves and do it?
She could use gloves. She could use some kind of gloves, but she has a husband. She has 2 kids. So
now I'm like, can this husband be like, this is entrap? Like, well, not entrap, but all right. So that means I want to. Is that water or is that anything liquid? Because things have water in it.
Things have water. Right. Things have water in it. It could be she's allergic. Her water has to come a certain way. It can't come out of her water has to be treated. She has to have treated water or something. Her water has to be treated.
They were just saying, topically, any water, she couldn't handle.
Well, I guess that she will she's gonna be uncomfortable. I mean, they found the name for it, they diagnosed it, so now they can treat it. I mean, they do have steroids for skin that get inflammation. Maybe they need to find a stronger steroid for her or something. What do you think? I didn't see her skin, so I don't know.
Like, this is like, so like, do little kids come around and tease her like you're the witch or whatever? I throw water on you, you're gonna melt.
We didn't see her skin.
We did see her skin.
That's the thing. That didn't look like her in the shower. That was her in the shower.
Like, you saw her skin. It was all blistered up and everything.
Wow. Okay. Well,
did you hear about the woman who's allergic to water and doctors say there is no cure? This is 25-year-old Kendall Bryce, and she has a rare condition that causes her skin to swell and break out in hives whenever it comes into contact with water. Kendall says she can only take a shower about twice a week, so she's always worried about whether or not she smells bad. And when she does take a shower, 30 minutes later, her skin starts to feel like
You didn't see all like the scaliness and bumps and stuff?
So she only takes a shower twice a week?
Yeah.
But how does she take a shower?
I don't know. Maybe it's like a sponge bath type of shower or something. I don't know.
But she can't use water. She got to use something else.
She probably does use water. She just probably, I don't know. It's just painful.
What does her husband say about? I wonder. Well, she can't be malodorous. There has to be a solution for the body odor. There has to be something.
There's like dry deodorant or something like that.
That's an unfortunate story. I wouldn't want that to happen to me, and I love drinking water. But how does she hydrate?
No, she said she can drink water. She just can't. It's the matter of it touching her skin.
That's a weird story. So she can't get into the beach, the pool. She can't do nothing. She can't enjoy the raindrops.
I'm like, she has to drink carefully because if something comes down her chin,
she spills it. It's over for her. Oh my, that's almost like acidic to the skin then. Wow. Well, at least she has somebody there to support her. She got 2 kids. I wonder if she I wonder if this is a DNA thing, genetics, where she can pass it on to the kids. That's a good question.
Yeah. I don't know. So let's get into this next story.
Okay.
You want to introduce it?
Oh yeah, this is one for the books. Airbnb guest scare. Let's see how this one plays out. You know, I'm a fan of Airbnb, situations. I make money from it as an entrepreneur. I don't know how the hell this story, I don't know how this man did it, but he was genius until he got caught.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah.
You're the people that I let the house to, right?
Yeah.
You're here on holiday.
Yeah. Who are you?
Well, I own the house. I'm Richard.
What are you doing?
No,
What on it? Yeah. Is that a?
I was thinking about going and having a shower now.
Where's your trousers? Where's your trousers?
If it's not inconvenient right now, I'd like to use the bathroom.
Excuse me. We've rented this house from you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, any problems?
No, there's no problems, mate. Just like.
With the house?
Well, yeah, I'm happy with the house, but like, what are you doing here?
I live here. I look.
Okay, but like, what are you doing, mate? Where's my privacy?
No. But if you remember correctly, I said it's 3-bedroom house, 2 receptions, kitchen, bathroom. That's what you got. That's what you're renting.
Okay.
I'm locking myself away here. I'm not going to get under your feet. But you might have noticed, actually, that because I bring all my plates out after dark, use the kitchen. But
So hold a minute, yeah. Whilst we're sleeping, yeah, you're going out in the kitchen.
yeah, well, I've got to put my dirty plates out there.
What are you just in a jail in there?
Look, sorry,
And where's your clothes gone? Where's your clothes?
They're in the washing machine. Put the stuff in the washing machine. I hope you don't mind. But
But it's a bit weird. What's happening? What's happening here?
Look, this should be no problem. I'm not going to interfere with you.
But you're interfering with me now.
No. This is unfortunate. I do all this at night, and you might have noticed after midnight there might be a bit of creaking on the stairs because it's me using the toilet. I was just sitting in there, and I think they're out.
You want to shout? Well, yeah, but I'm not out. Yeah, everyone else is gone. I'm here.
Well,
So hold a minute, yeah. So like, what are we renting the house for then? You're still here.
No, you've got the use of the house. You've got the house.
But like, you're there in like your little layer.
You've got the kitchen. Oh yes.
What do you mean, yeah?
Absolutely.
What do you mean, absolutely?
This is my little dungeon. I call it my dungeon. Listen.
How many people have you got in there?
All right. So for context, he rents out the house, but he built a side room behind that bookshelf. So he creeps out when he thinks they're all gone. I don't know how they would not have noticed. Things have been repositioned, utilized. He washes dishes. He eats. He takes a shower and everything when they're gone. And he got caught because one person stayed behind. What do you think of that?
This guy was laughing. Like, I know people laugh when they're nervous, but this dude was like, he thought this was like the funniest thing he'd ever heard or saw. Like,
it might have been, he might have wanted to laugh instead of hurting this older man. Like, that's, you hear somebody creeping from behind the closet because he got the camera open and the man has no pants on. He's like, oh, I thought y'all was out. I was going to take a shower. I don't know how I would have
don't
reacted.
you stop the conversation and tell the guy to put his pants on because you don't want to have a conversation with the pantsless guy?
It's too late for that. It's too late. He trying to figure out how we renting out the whole house from you. How are you coming through here creeping? He says I come out late at night when y'all sleeping.
He's like, when you hear creaking on the steps, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm like, what? Are you going to the bathroom on the steps? Or are you on your way to the bathroom? I'm like,
No, he's on his way. He has a back entrance to get to the bathroom. But what if somebody's in there and they encounter you coming out? Or somebody encounters you going in while you're coming out? Like, this man had a lot of boldness to rent the house out, take their money, and still lamp there. He said, well, I told you it's 3 bedrooms plus the kitchen and the bathroom. You didn't say nothing about you sleeping in the back room that you got set up for yourself.
Hey, he's like, man, you have the house. I have my Anne Frank type layer. My, I have my bat cave or whatever you want to call it.
He was on his way to take a shower. He said, I thought everybody was out. So you know what that tells me? That tells me he must have cameras. Because how could
if he had cameras, you would have thought that there was one person still left.
No, maybe the person was out of view, because how would you know that everybody else left? Are you listening to them say we're leaving?
No, maybe he saw them out the window or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe their car or something left. Maybe. Yeah, you're right. That's crazy. He lucky he didn't get hurt. I mean, I don't know what happened in the end because it's a long clip, but I'm
like, he comes out, he says, my name is Richard, and I'm like, so Richard, it can be short, long for Dick. He's Dick with his dick out. Like, what?
I never understood how Dick was short for Richard and Bobby is short for. They use Bobby for Richard also, right?
No,
they use Bobby for Richard too.
It's for Robert.
No, but they use Bobby for Richard also. No, I thought they used Bobby for Richard.
They
so
use
Bobby
for Robert. Yeah.
I don't know how that came about. That's what happens when you follow the wrong leaders.
Charlie, Charlie and Chuck, William and Bill, all that.
That's retarded. But yeah, I could never do that to my clients. Like, I do.
Jim and James.
Jim and James?
Yeah.
Well, Richard / Bobby. That's wait, Richard / what would be the other name for Richard?
Dick.
Dick is short for Richard?
Yes. Tricky Dick was Richard Nixon?
Never knew. That's crazy. But that's a crazy story. He lucky that's not in Brooklyn, because he would have got a University of Brooklyn lesson. You come out
that's not even in America, so
but he's lucky, because if that had happened here, man, I had an incident at a hotel where the hotel gave the room key to another guest. I left the room and came back, and it was a man sitting on the sofa naked with all the window shades up. And I opened the door, and he's like, what are you doing in here? I'm like, what are you doing in here? This is my room. That was a crazy scene. And he was completely naked, sitting on the sofa. That's why when you go to hotels, you got to have a can of Lysol spray, because people literally sit on those things completely naked. All the all the shades were up in the room. Everything was up. And he was sitting on the phone. So it was a whole big scene at the hotel. Then he comes back to me. He was like, I'm really sorry. I was like, no, I think it's not you, it's the hotel. And I hope you weren't embarrassed. I mean, when I tell you completely naked. He ran so fast. So Imagine that. But this story here, the host is wrong. He's absolutely wrong for this. He should give them a refund and get a bad review. He doesn't deserve anybody else's money. So yeah. All right. Well, let's hate on with the next video. Let's see what we got here.
I don't want to have a conversation about nothing negative. I don't want to have a conversation about nobody who got something negative to say about me. If you come to my page and mention it, I just block you. People ask me all the time. I met one dude was like, yo, man, you blocked me. And I said, you did some sucker shit. What I do? I don't know, but I only block people for sucker shit. The cold part is it don't got to be on my page. You say something about Neo on somebody else's page and you comment on Neo, I'm blocking you because you a sucker. I don't care who you is. I be in regular places, people on other people's page. Like, I'm so anti-hater and with the sucker shit. When I see stuff happening, I see you do some sucker stuff to your man, I'll look at it, I'll block him. Man, that was your people. Y'all was rocking together. Y'all have, dang, you handle like that. Man, I can't rock with you. Block. I'm that dude. Circle be like, yo, bro, you be tripping. Why you block so-and-so? Like, what happened with this? And I'd be like, nah, I just seen them do sucker stuff. Like, I don't ever want you to even think that I like you. I don't want you to think that we friends. But I want positivity, and I don't like people who actually spell out hate. And I know they got hate in their heart, and they got hate in their life. I don't want to be connected to you, and I don't ever want to connect with you because I don't ever want to give you the ability to pass that on to me. So I don't even want you to think that we okay. I'm okay.
He hates haters.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna.
He hates haters.
What I was gonna
What do
say.
you think?
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what the opposite of hate is, right? It's indifference. So I'm like, you're spending way too much time and effort on people you claim not to want to have anything to do with. So I don't know. It's like he's collecting them like they're Pokemon or something. Like, does he go to like Instagram or something, or in his phone is like, I got this many people blocked. Let me scroll through the people I've blocked. I'm like, he's blocking people that are saying stuff about other people on other people's pages. He has a problem. He needs to seek therapy or something. Like, there should be more he could do with his life.
Well, he's saying he pays it. What I get from this is that he pays attention to what people are doing out there. You know how some people don't pay attention to social media? He's paying attention, which is good, because if you have people in your circle, you should pay attention to how they're, communicating with others and treating others. You should pay attention to that, because you are learning something else about them that you didn't see before. And not that they are applying it to you, but the fact that they're applying it to other people, you just wouldn't like that. It's like, okay, I know you don't treat me bad, but look at how you're treating that person. What allows you to treat them that way and treat me different? And if you're going to mistreat anybody, I don't want to deal with you. But he pays attention. I'm him. I pay attention too. I look at what people do.
No.
I look at
all that time he's spending on that. If he calculated it up, and I'm like, yeah, you're not making money. You're not digging down a hot chick or something like. You're just. What is the worst?
Nobody said he wasn't doing all that. He's wearing a nice piece of jewelry. He just said he will block you if he finds negative hate energy about how you're moving. No, he didn't say he wasn't getting money in the meantime.
No, but that time he's spending on doing that, he is not making said money.
It takes 5 seconds to block a person.
No, he says, I do this. It sounds like he's spending
a lot of
hours,
time,
if not days a week, just blocking people, reading comments and stuff. I'm blocking you. I don't like this. No, I don't like that. I'm blocking you. This is some sucker shit. He's like, I don't even remember all the people I've blocked. If I blocked you, you did some sucker shit, because I block people for sucker shit.
So you think he trolling and blocking people for sucker shit? He trolling and blocking. He just going down the line, checking out what people got going on, being completely distracted from his own journey.
Yeah.
He don't have no room for recreation to have fun with this at all. No room.
Yeah, if he's having fun with it, he needs to act like he's having fun with it because he's doing it under the guise of like, yeah, I'm just trying to keep positivity in my life. No, you just like collecting haters.
Unbelievable.
You have a list of haters.
Okay. Well, I think that he made his point. I understood the assignment. He don't like haters. He don't like negativity. So I'll pay attention. If I ever find myself following him, I'll be mindful that he's watching me and he will block me if I'm doing or saying the wrong thing.
No, he will block you.
I understood what he was saying.
You could do or say the wrong thing on your page, somebody else's page, and he's gonna block you from there because he doesn't like what you're saying there.
Oh my God. Damn. Well, with all of that, it sounds like he has a lot of positivity around him. Oh no.
I don't know. When you're collecting that much hate and you're dedicated to it that much, that I'm like, it's becoming a distraction at a certain point. Like you're distracted by this. Like too much of anything is bad. So I'm like, you're basically seeing the world through rose-colored glasses or whatever, because all you want to do is weed out hate for positivity. So I don't know.
So maybe he needs to have the same attitude as the old man in the next video. You give it to me or you don't give it to me. Maybe he needs to have that kind of energy.
Tell us why you think you deserve parole. Hey, if you're going to give it to me, give it to me. If not, I can go back. I'm not here to debate with y'all or nothing. If you're going to grant me parole, grant it to me. If you're not going to grant it to me, I got 5 months to go. As simple as that.
Well, Mr. Edwards, you make it very difficult to even consider you for parole.
I'm just being straight up. If you're going to grant it to me, grant it to me. If not, I'll go back and I'll finish my time.
Yeah, that's what's up. So he's 80 years old, is up for parole. He's like, man, I could do another 5 months.
But if you know that, why are you sitting there? Why you take the meeting?
No, parole is something that they force on people, right? So you get a sentence and they're going to parole you pretty much like 99% of the time, because for you to come back out into the world, they want to say that they transitioned you back into the world. They're not going to say, hey, we punished him and then we just let him go and we have no idea where he is or what he's doing or whatever. They want to keep you on paper so that they can have some sort of paper trail of where you are and what you're doing once you get outside.
Well, he got 5 months, so he could chill out. He said, you give it to me, you don't give it to me. The lady said, I'm having difficulty. He's like, well, that's not my problem. You give it to me. He said, I'll go back to my room and I'll wait 5 months. If he talking like that, he gonna make them extend it. I don't know what he doing. He better give him an answer. You talking about you give it to me, don't give it to me. I got 5 months left. You might not, sir. Just play the game.
No, I respect it.
Something can happen in there within that 5 months. You know how it is.
Yeah, something could happen. He's taking that risk. He's like, man, I'm not about to be licking boots to the parole board or whatever, and then have somebody playing overseer on me for however long the parole is supposed to last for. Nah, I'm just gonna do the time, and I will be free and clear, not free with limitations.
Maybe he need to go in the hole for 5 months. That way nobody could bother him. No allegations can come up or nothing. That's it. That's it. That way he'll be out. Sometimes when you're on your way out, they bother you just to make sure you stay longer. You know what I mean?
I'm like, they bother you. I'm like, that's like, hey man, you're 80 years old. If you stay longer, you gonna die there.
That's another possibility, man. That's real. That is real. But he said, y'all give it to me, you don't give it to me, I'll go back. He taking a chance either way. He like, either I'm gonna die in here or I'm gonna get released and die out there. I'm 80. But people are living to a long age now. People are living up to age 90 now.
I want to know what the life
so the
expectancy
numbers
is
are
in
increasing.
prison
So he has
versus,
another 10 years.
No, but I'm saying I want to know what the life expectancy is in prison versus the free world.
Well, it does get lowered. Your life expectancy number does go down when you are incarcerated. I just don't know what the percentage is, but it does, based on studies, it does get reduced, your life expectancy. Because of the harsh conditions, the stress you're under, you're locked in, you're not out in the world, you're not engaged with people that are healthy for you, your food options are different. So the life expectancy does get reduced. But he got a good 10 years left. So if he get out in 5 months, he could live up to age 90. So, but he like, yo, I'm not going to beg for it. If you give it to me, you give it to me. If you don't give it to me, then I'll go back and eat this chow.
And they're like, you're making it difficult for us to give it to you. It's like, I don't care if I get it or not. So like, it's not making it difficult.
And he don't want it. He don't care. So they was like, you making it difficult for us to make a decision. He's like, based on what? His answer is like, based on what? How much time was he getting? Do we know?
No, I don't know that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
If he's 80, he might have had like 25 years or something, maybe. Might have had like 25 years. He's a lifer at 80. He's a lifer. That's crazy. Unbelievable. And that is a No Cap News recap.
Yeah, that was the last story. So, come back, check us out next week for some more shenanigans from all of these crazy people that we live in. And like, comment, subscribe, put the notification on, share the video out. Anything?
Yeah.
Any last words, LA?
Yeah, just try to catch us live. We'd love to talk to some people. If you're watching it, or we're not streaming, that's cool. But we'd love to engage with people, get some feedback. Let's make the comment section really, really funny. Let's have debates and stuff like that. It'd be great to talk to people that are out there that are listening to us in real time. So check us out, LAG and JT, the No Cap News recap. If there's anything that we can do to improve the show, let us know as well. We just here for the fun time. That's all. Just having fun with this stuff. All right.
And if you got a product for us to sling, then we're the ones to do it.
Promote. We'd love to collaborate with some brands. If you got some music that you want us to play, we'll do that too. We'll listen to your music. We'll review it, give you some feedback. We'll just have it playing in the background. We're small, but you never know where we're going. We new to this, but you just never know. So let's work early from the ground up. Be here to build with the community and everybody else. So yeah, we will collaborate. I don't know where he going with Sling, but you got some product. We'd love to collaborate. JT.
I'll do it better than that ShamWow guy or Shake Weight guy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is you. You've just tuned in to the QVC of YouTube.
The QVC of YouTube. All right. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure, but yeah, why not? That's a goal. Why not? The QVC of YouTube. Unbelievable. The QVC of YouTube. That's interesting. But yeah, let us know. No Cap News recap, LA and JT. Give us a shout. Leave a comment. Follow, subscribe, like, share. Whatever you want to do. We're here for it.
All right, and we out.